Hey, hi, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for July 10th, 2025. So yeah, we went on the walk this morning, like normal, whatever, you know. And when I went on the walk though, I decided, you know what, because the only problem, I should probably bring a pen with me, but when I go on walks, because, I have to walk the dogs, and sometimes I want to do things and I need to make phone calls. So I will do it during my walks, right? So this morning I decided, you know what? I'm going to go head out there for the walk because I knew they were open. And I thought, let me go ahead and call the TCEQ this morning. That's what is it? Texas Environmental C quality. I don't know what the C is. I'm just trying to think of what the acronym could be. I have to look it up. I don't know. But it's TCEQ, right? It has to do with the, environment and stuff. Or TCQE, I don't know. TCEQ is, I think, what it is. You guys have to look that up, all right? So anyways, I called them because, I looked up online. I called them and I started the process of having the water in the town investigated. That's what they call it. Clean water water and quality of water investigation. I don't know, something I can't even remember what that is. But I made that first phone call and then they transferred me to the right people. And then I told them my story about what's going on. And they said, okay. So they said, we're going to go ahead and start this. And, from there, maybe they're going to contact me and we're going to see what happens. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they're nice over there. Anybody can call them. They're very nice. The people on the phone, customer service is nice. If you have concerns about your environment or anything going on and you live in Texas, you can call them. They're very nice people, okay? So far, that's what I've experienced. So, anyways. So I left that information and that was that. And then I noticed, because sometimes I see kids and the coaches, and whether it's like a girls' team softball or maybe boys' football, so I don't know what they're doing out there, but they're like exercising and running and doing things like running up bleachers. And there's usually during the weekdays there's some sort of sport thing going on there because maybe they started the leagues. I don't know how it is, but there's kids over there, right? They're high school, so almost young adults, right? So when I saw them out there, I was like, ooh, I should probably give one of these papers, to one of the head people over there. The only thing is, like I told you guys, like I'm not good with big crowds. There was too many kids there, number one. Number two, there was a lot of adults there for me. So I was like, oh man, how can I do this? And I thought, okay, I'm gonna kind of get close enough to where I get their attention, and then I will say, can I please speak to one of you? Thank God. Thank God when I pulled over, got out of the car, I was holding a paper that one of them saw me and turned and started walking towards me. So I was like, oh, great. So I was happy about that. I don't remember his name. He told me. He was a very nice fella. He doesn't actually live in this town, but he does know about the water. So I went to him and I told him my situation. I'm trying to make the talking to a minimum. So I'm just saying like things really quickly. And then I showed him, they all know that I got real sick. That's what they know. So I showed him the paper, I gave him the paper. This is how I approach people. I want to put the phone up. Okay. So this is how I approach people. I usually say, hi, I'm new to the neighborhood. My name is Monika. I live over here on this road. And I said, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? And usually people are like, yeah, what's up, And same thing with the guy, yeah, what's up, whatever. And I was like, how do you feel about the water, whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I go, well, I'm new here, and I just moved here at the end of February, and I became super sick. And he's like, oh yeah. And he's all, well, what do you have there? And I said, this is actually the reading for my house from the Colgan man. And we found out exactly what's in the water. And I'm like, do you want to know? I'm like, here, here, I'll give this to you. Do you understand what this is? And so I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence at all. And I really am trying to be as kind as possible, because I don't want anybody to think that, really, because what it is, it's not their intelligence, they just don't know, that's all. And so I went over there, even though like I have said some mean stuff to some people before in the past, but not these people around here, not around here. Anyways, so I'm like, because, so he got it, and he's all, okay, iron, da 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 da. I'm like, so do you know what that means? And he's all, well, and he started reading, and I said, okay, here, I'm going to explain it to you so you understand exactly what it means. And he was all for it. Like, I didn't want to make him feel any type of way, because they're in the town. I respect everybody. I'm trying not to, even though I know they don't know, and it pisses me off that this town there's something going on here, but that's just going to come along more with the research in the town. So, anyways, because these are hardworking people over here, hardworking. I know I in the past I said like, oh, they don't know anything, they just work. But you know what? No, we need workers, we need hard workers. So those jobs are just as important as any other, regardless of the education. We need labor people, people who work hard. So, anyways, I don't know what I'm leading to, but. So I explained to him exactly what it is. And I saw his wife there. I think it was his wife. I'm not sure. But I saw a lady come out, and I was like, hey, you can come listen too. It's important. It's for everybody. So she came. And then so I explained exactly what this meant, and they understood. And then he's like, so what are you going to do with this? What is this? I said, all I want for now is for you to just educate your friends and neighbors to know exactly what this means, like how I explained it to you, so they know, like, exactly. Because at the city hall, they don't tell you. They tell you it's clean and it's fine. That's all you guys get. And you guys deserve more. And I told them about how I had to get the water system and everything, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, do you think it's fair that I sit back and enjoy my clean water because I can afford to get that water system while I watch all my neighbors who are paying for this dirty water like pass away or get ill and sick right before my eyes? Like, do you think that I'd be a nice person for doing that? And and they don't really answer, but no, the answer is no. I wouldn't be a nice person. Anyways, so they're like, well, what do you want to say? I said, I just want you guys to just educate right now. Just tell your neighbors. And I said, especially law enforcement, because I have family in law enforcement, and I'm concerned about them and their family and all that stuff. And that was pretty much it. And I said, and we can't really do anything right now. We can't be all crazy and get out of control. We just have to educate right now. And I said, I'm going to have clean water, but I want you guys to have clean water too. And they're like, well, thank you, and so some people here are for it, and some people here probably have had some issues with it. The problem is they didn't know or who to ask for help, and that's not completely their fault. It's the city hall's fault for not educating the town. They should be protecting the citizens. They shouldn't be hurting them. And that's why these people don't have clean water, because they don't know how to go about. Like one guy, I met another veteran, he told me that I should call the Channel 3 place, and I said, oh, I did, I leave a message. He's all, you need to keep calling them until you get a hold of someone. And I'm all, okay. Like he actually had an advice for me, And so he's concerned, and he's a veteran, and he's concerned about the water for him and his wife. He also said that there's a guy in town that he lives right across has a lot of issues with the town, and he's very concerned. But, and he's an insurance guy, but he most likely, I don't know how, insurance, intelligent insurance. Some people, do they go to school for it to be an insurance person? Do you have to go to school for that? So I don't know. But if you're just going to a trade school to learn about insurance, you're not learning about the environment or other things. So there's probably some other thing, like he might not even know where to research on how to get this started to have some sort of investigation done here. You know? So, my cousin is mad at the real estate lady for not hooking me up. I don't want to have conflict with her. She's a very nice lady, but I'm going to tell her what my cousin said and that she needs to get me the information that he told me I should get. And I'm going to do that. But for right now, I just told them we just have to educate our neighbors. And I said, you know, I'll have clean water, but you all won't, and I don't think that's fair. So we have to do something about this, and we have to work on it together. I told them I can't even shower in it. I can't even shower. I'm waiting for Culligan to put the water in. I can't even touch the water, you know? So that's what's going on. So I have had some positive reaction. But like that one guy yesterday when I went into that house and the people, they had a round table right there, and that one guy, and he was always saying, well, you can't do anything, you know. They send out a notice every year. They never sent me a notice or even told me anything when I purchased to buy the water of the city. That woman in the office never gave me any information, any paper, nothing. And then when I went back to question her, she told me the water is fine and that she drinks it. I'm not even sure she even drinks this city water, if this is part, you know. I don't know. But she basically put my life at risk by not telling me that the water was not clean. Only like the people know. Like I'm new here. How am I supposed to know if I haven't really interacted with the neighbors yet? You know? So, but I'm really happy this part about the town that now I'm waking people up a little bit because they know the water is bad. They just don't know how bad. They might just think, oh, it's just a little bad, don't drink it. It's still safe to shower in. It's not even safe to shower in. I'm like, you guys are paying for water that's slowly killing you. For me, it was killing me at a rapid rate because my body was just like, what the hell is this? And you're chugging it? You know, but I didn't know at the beginning. But it's okay. So now I feel a little bit better. I'm just catching random people that I see outside because I made those 80 copies and I left them all in the car. So if I do see somebody, if they look like, can I talk to them? Because of that threatening person, that person said that keep my mouth shut or I'm too over emotional. If I feel like uneasy or if I feel like I can't like talk to, I won't. But if they seem like they're willing or wanting to listen to what I have to say, then I feel better and I can tell them. But like in crowds or whatever, the city hall meetings, people are telling me to go to and I'm like, I have a problem with that. I have PTSD and I can't be around big crowds. I get panic attacks and stuff like that. But I'm still concerned. Doesn't mean I can't be concerned and fight for anybody. I just got to do it kind of like in the privacy of my own home. You know what I mean? You know what the veteran guy told me? I forgot his name. I like him. He told me to go get a BB gun. I'm like, but I'm 5150. I can't, I'm not allowed to have that. You know, I even told the police here my situation. So they met me before in the beginning because I had some issues with somebody. So I called them and I wanted to file a report just to cover my ass, right? CYA. I didn't want to do anything to the person. I just showed them the threaten thing and all that thing, and they're like, oh, okay. So I said, I'm just making a report. I'm not doing anything. I just want to let you know that I was told this in a threatening manner. I feel like it was a threatening manner. So they're like, okay. And they were cool. David said, thank you for your service, all this stuff, whatever. They were very nice people. The police that came to my door, they were. I can't remember if it said Refugio police. I think it's the police from there come over here. I don't think there's a Woodsboro police. I think they have some sheriff that lives around here. So if anybody has to call, I think they come from Refugio. But it's so close. Refugio is like right there. It's like 6 minutes. So like they can be down here quick. Because they were down here pretty quick when I called them. So anyways, yeah, you know. I forgot what I was talking about. It's because I got thrown off talking about the police, you know. But I'm concerned about them too, though. You know, I also told a couple. Oh, the BB gun. So you know what? I forgot what he told me. I'm gonna look something online. Cause actually, I bought something online last night. Cause you all know that I used to, or I don't know if all of you know, but some of you know that I used to be practicing the nunchucks, right? I ended up like when I was on the road, I ended up giving them away. I gave it to a kid, and then I gave it to someone else. So I ended up giving them away. So last night I was reminded of them again, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, let me get some nunchucks again. So I bought the ones that are the actual training ones that they're made with like a foamy, because those wooden ones that I had, they were hurting me a lot. I was still doing it though, but maybe I can practice better with these ones. And then I'm gonna order what do you call those? And then I'm gonna order like some metal ones after I get to be better. And then they're just gonna hang right there by my door, with my machete, my taser gun, and my freaking knife. And I got all hanging right there at the door. And so I'm gonna get those. I was also thinking, because I mean, there's fun things to do. I was also thinking about getting some like ninja stars and getting like a board for the back so I can practice doing that. Because ninja stars won't kill somebody, will they? But I think I'm going to consider getting that BB gun. He told me that I could have that because it's not a gun. Because I told him, hey, I'm 5150. They can't, not 5150 like I'm crazy, but because I tried to, delete myself several times in the past. So I'm already considered that. I'm high risk suicide in the town of in the town of Long Beach and in the state of California, though, not here. So, but I'm not going to do that, you guys. You guys know that I already know that the reason why all those were failed attempts, and plus the last time I had like that near-death experience. Y'all know that I'm not going to do that anymore, that I need to just focus more on... I was also, during those times when I was trying to do that, I was on mental health pills from the VA. So that was also part of the reason why I was doing that, because I was having thoughts of suicide from, you know how when you see those commercials on TV and they're like, oh, this medication may have, one in one so many million have thoughts of suicide. Well, I'm not one, so I can't take any pills. So I realized that I'm not, that's another reason why I don't take pharmaceuticals. So I have to do everything like, that's why I work out all day. That's why I work out all day, stay busy, exercise. I'm watching all these cool movies that I remember from when I was a kid, and new movies now. I don't really know what to watch, so I just throw something on and I'm just working out all day to it. And then when dog walk times comes, I go and I walk them over there, come back. If I didn't finish, because like today I'll be starting late, I'll continue the workout, and then I'll have something to eat, or I'll have something earlier. It's still early, so I can still have my coffee, and I'm gonna start the workout. I think it's like 10 or something. But but yeah, that's what I do all day, every day. I work out, I eat good. Like, not good, like a lot, but I eat healthy is what I mean. Like, I don't eat fast food, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs. The only thing bad I really do, the only thing bad that I really do is the vaping. I'm really trying to quit that, and I've noticed myself like that I'm pulling it in, but I'm not inhaling, like I'm not doing that, I'm just pushing it out. So I think I can quit soon if I'm doing that. I'm still taking in a little bit of nicotine, and I don't want to get any kind of mouth cancer from pulling in smoke, and then it affects my gums. So I'm really trying not to do that, and I want to quit doing that, because I don't want to get popcorn lungs and all that. It's scary, but I still have that addiction a little bit, so I have to work on that. But yeah, I'm a healthy person, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm not going to hurt myself anymore. No way. I realize now, especially since I was saved all those times. And the last time, like, I think I had that near-death experience, and God showed me, you better not do that, because this is where you're going to go. Because I didn't see the light. I saw the scary one. And so I was like, oh my God, okay. And I got up. I guess I lost 3 days. I didn't know I was out for that long. So it might have been a coma or something. I don't know. I was just... 3 days I was I missed. So I'm kind of thinking that last time was pretty darn close, and that God showed me, if I keep trying to do this, this is where you're going to go. And it was not the bright, shiny, wonderful light, you guys. So yeah, I ended up waking up, and I'm like, I didn't even tell anybody this story until a long time after, because I felt like, what the hell was that? Because I was a person of science before. Like, I believed in God. I wasn't really religious. I didn't really, but I believe in something created all this. Something had to. Even the aliens and everything. Somebody created them all. Created it all. So I believe in God. I believe in Jesus and the teachings of Jesus. I don't believe in the weird magical woo stuff that they say in the Bible, but I believe that Jesus was a good person, was trying to teach I believe that stuff. But yeah, like, I'm not going to hurt myself, you guys. I just want to say that. Like, I know some people out there say that, oh, this person is that way, and, and I thought they were good, and then so much time later they did it. I am good, you guys. I am good. I'm not suffering from depression or anything in here. I was before. I mean, I get depressed like everybody else, but I know how to, like, take care of it myself. Some people don't. Me, I get up, I work out, I take my mind off of things, I take my dogs out, I do something to I know how to control my stuff. When it happens, it just takes a lot of work, that's all. And because I know in my mind, like, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't. I love myself. I'm happy with me. So, like, yeah. So, I mean, that's what I say, you guys. If anything happens to me, check up in on me. Because if you feel worried, if you feel the intuition to check, right? Don't get too paranoid, but if you feel that good intuition, you haven't heard from me on here for too long of a time, check up on me, because or check if I'm posting anything on Facebook, because even if I do kind of, I've stayed away from Facebook a long time before, so I don't know about Facebook. The tarot channel, I post every single day there. If all of a sudden I disappear and I'm not posting anymore, check up on me, because then something happened to me. Yeah, and it's not going to be like I hurt myself. It's going to be like retaliation maybe from somebody here or something, who knows. Because remember, they told me to keep my mouth shut. Okay, guys, I'll let you go. It's like rambling. I don't even think anybody made it this far, but at least it's documented. So, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for July 10th, 2025, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.